We have the managing director, Trucks Transit Parks Limited, under the Public-Private Partnership, PPP, Mr. Jama Onwubuariri. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, Maria.
He will be discussing more on the allegation of the extortion and corruption in that axis. And the allegations and counter-allegations we'll be discussing for how many weeks now? People actually do register online.
Yes.
But some people with Man United connections or Arsenal connections go ahead and jump the line, and that causes congestion. So is that true? And if it is, how can we avert this and stop it from happening?
Okay. I will say that the Apapa gridlock is 51% man-made and 49% infrastructure deficit.
Okay.
Now, talking about the part about the 51%, so this is what they call simple majority, right? You have scenarios where individuals who feel privileged because of relationships that they have with stakeholders who are in positions to make decisions and to make policies or even enforcement use those privileges to try to get ahead of others illegally. So let me describe to you how the call-up system works. And I will say it is not failing, but it needs to be enhanced. It needs to be strengthened and reinforced. We created a platform where anyone who owns a truck and needs that truck to go into the Apapa ecosystem for any business can register that truck and then register the drivers whom he uses to move those trucks. And then when you have a business, whether it is in the ports or in any of the other ecosystems within Apapa, you could select the truck that matches the business you want to do, then meet that truck to a driver who is already on your system, and then you book the itinerary of that truck and then make payment online. What this entitles you to is to generate a ticket that has a unique number, which unique number you can use to tag into any park, pre-gate, or port, depending on what your itinerary and destination is. So if it happens, for instance, that you want to go to the Apapa port and you are coming from Ekwe, for instance, there is a truck park in Ekwe which your ticket entitles you to be able to go in. So there is an access barrier that is automated, that is linked to the app. So immediately you get there, you show your ticket. You can either punch it in yourself, the driver now, or you can ask the gate control personnel to assist him to punch it in. That opens the barrier for him to go in. The system checks the availability of space at the next park it is going to. That could be the Lily Pond Truck Transit Park. And if there is space there, and the terminal within the port that that truck is to go into also has space to receive that truck or the container, or to load a container onto that truck if it is what we call a flatbed, then the system would enable the driver to get a notification, which also helps him to use the code he used to come in to exit that park. So you shouldn't be able to exit that park without the code that brought you in. And that code needs to be electronically activated for your exit. Okay. So it is a warehousing or gating system for trucks. So just as we have an estate here that you don't come in without passing through the gate, and you are not allowed to just litter anywhere. If you're coming in, you're giving a tag, and as you're going out, you drop the tag. It's the same system.
Okay. Let me take this call from Honorable Dambaba. Good morning, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Actually, I just want to contribute a little about what the MD is saying for people to be getting closer to the port. The reason why I want to advise the MD that they should call those terminals. Maybe it's not his fault, it's government officials that need to keep on that. If you are not getting to the port, people that have the import, their goods, they always like to have the truck that is available close to the port before they can give their TDO out to carry. So there are people that are using Dangote call-up. There's another company that have privilege more than others, like HSC and Co. They always use that kind of opportunity to use those call-up and carry the goods. If you don't closer to the port, they give you TDO 2 days, because the importer, if he did not carry the TDO, is always expired. And if they expire, you have to pay additional money. So I think this is the responsibility of the government to talk to those terminals that they should not be charging the importers sort of expiring TDO money, so that everybody will be orderly to stay where they are.
That's another factor.
Yes.
Okay. So how do we get that buy-in of we will all win if we wait? Because in Nigeria, it is outsmarting each other that has always made people feel like they can get away with it.
I agree with you, Tokwe. So this is what has happened in the past 6 months. TTP with Nigerian Ports Authority have initiated a process of having an export processing zone within Lily Pond Container Terminal in Ijora.
Fantastic.
So this is expected to kick off in Q1 of 2022.
Okay.
What that export terminal is going to do is to ensure that trucks that are conveying export products to the ports, they are inspected before they hit the road. So with that inspection, everything that customs would have needed to do within the ports would have been done at that terminal.
Good.
So all the documentation you need to do, you can do it there, and immediately you hit the road, it's straight into the port.
Mohammed, are you there for Magigi? You're live. Go ahead, please. Yes, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. On this issue of workers checking in and checking out of parks without actually being there, I would suggest that TTP should recruit staff that will go there, go to those parks, and be checking trucks in and out by themselves in order to reduce the trucks that are congesting roads. You understand that? So they should recruit their staff to go to these parks. When they get to this park, any trucks that are checking, they will see. Every truck that are checking out, they will see. So that there is no way a trucker will connive with park operators to check in trucks and check out trucks without physically being in the park. Because this is
Thank you, Mohammed. As long as they're Nigerian.
They are human beings. The more human beings you put there, the more channel for
Let me tell you, ladies,
money
what
making.
typically happens.
Yes.
Bala Mohammed, thank you very much for that comment. So the truth is this. There are some of the truck parks. We've already installed cameras there, and we can see the cameras from our office.
Okay.
So typically, the cameras are supposed to be what we used to check, that these trucks are in your park, and this is the time for them to leave, and we can see them.
Okay.
Some truck parks will go and turn off the cameras.
Wow.
They'll turn them off
Nigerians.
or redirect their view to where you will not see what's happening at their truck parks. So, but Nigerian Ports Authority have been very, very consistent in ensuring that when these infractions are done, then those parks are penalized. Either they are shut down for a while or they are asked to meet some requirements before they are reopened. Right.
So there are terminals in that, once you turn off that second rainbow.
Correct.
There are terminals there. And because terminals are there, the entire road
is blocked with tankers.
Is blocked with tankers. Then the one of container, where the container, where they pick up.
Yeah. Bonded terminals.
Yes, bonded terminals. The road, they block the entire road. Is there any way, is there any system in place to ensure that, you know, you're not dealing with those ones, you're not dealing with the bonded terminals. Yeah. How do we ensure bonded terminals are also, what's the plan for bonded terminals in the call-up system too? Because they make life uncomfortable for residents within the area. Okay.
Like I said, there is infrastructure deficit, which is the 49% that I mentioned.
I know the roads, they're actually bad.
So apart from the road itself, we also do not have enough terminals to warehouse these containers.
Yeah.
So because these terminals are not enough, sometimes even the spaces that trucks would have needed to come in to take the containers, there's no space within, so the trucks wait outside. And remember that there is a timeline for you to return a container that you used to import goods, or else you are going to pay or lose the deposit that you paid. So there is a rush on the part of the consignees of these goods to quickly return the containers to the port. So it's a whole bouquet of issues, right? Obviously. But this is what Lagos State government is doing. So I was coming to the good news, or the other part of the good news.
Because you're about to wrap up.
Right. So Lagos State government is trying to set up a mega park that would contain both a tanker park for the tankers, so that they can be brought into the e-column. Currently, the tankers are not part of the e-column. So, but they need a park that is dedicated to them because of the combustible nature of what they are carrying. So that mega park will also have a section for containers, so that if you are returning containers to any of the other bonded terminals and there's no space there, you can bring it there, and that will suffice for your return.
Let's wrap up on that good news. We'll wait. Do you have an idea of the timelines Lagos is going to do this for us?
I don't work for Lagos State, so
good news that
I cannot speak for Lagos State.
We just hope that
to be hopeful
that it works. See, I'm happy that there's a system in place, that we have an electronic call-up system that is supposed to function. The problem now is us, the human beings running it. I just pray that God can just sabotaging it. As if God should just help our brains. Just God should evaporate the brain and bring a new brain for all of us. Because it's like we're just a bunch of
we need that to do not change. We need that to do not change.